What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and as you can see, we're in Bucharest, PGL Studios. I've got the breakdown board behind me, and I wanted to go into more depth talking about the top 5 formations used at the competitive level and kind of the details that you need to know and why these formations are effective at the highest level. If you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments, do you have any questions? What do you think? Do you disagree? Do you agree? I'm just giving you the information from what I've observed, what I'm seeing here in Bucharest at the first Foot Champions Cup of the year, and what's really been working. You with me? We're on the same page? Cool, let me show you the formations. The first formation we're gonna look into is the 4-4-2, which you see on screen. It's gonna be the most commonly used formation between competitors, and it's because you have the 4 players across the back line on the defensive end, 4 in the midfield, and up top you can hit striker to striker through balls, 1-2s. It just gives you really good balance, and in FIFA 20 in particular, you need to be able to control a game. You need to have easy outlets. You need to be able to hold the ball and to have that possession. And if you have not been tuning in yet, then you're missing out on something that's, I want to say, brand new to the FIFA 20 competitive season. We saw one event last year, I believe, where you can go to watchfifaglobalseries.com, and as a consumer, as someone that you're supporting, you want to support your favorite creator, your favorite pro player, or a team, you can choose any matchup to watch, which is amazing. You have the ability to control what type of content you consume. So you could never say the game wasn't on stream because you had the power to make that happen. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But 4-4-2, if you haven't used it this year, it's gonna be one of those really good money, solid, consistent formations. It's very reliable, both offensively and defensively. Next formation, we're looking at the 4-4-1-1. Super similar to the 4-4-2. There's not even gonna be much change other than instead of the 2 strikers, you have more of a center forward. And the reason that that's relevant is because some players prefer to have an additional defensive player, or additional player in the middle of the pitch, whether it's offensively or defensively. But typically, if you see someone using the 4-4-1-1, it's more of a defensive approach play to shutting down the middle and really being able to stick another body there and then countering a little bit different because you don't have that classic striker to striker. You're more so trying to interchange between the center forward or the center attacking midfielder, however you want to, I guess, clarify or put that role, and then the striker up top. And that's the only shift. Other than that, everybody else is in the same place on the virtual pitch. And I'll just say, as a broken record, it's popular because you have the spacing, you have the build-up. You can play slow, you can play fast, you can pressure, you can play a little bit more passively if you wanted to do more of the drop back, but I'm not recommending that. I'm not co-signing the drop back movement, but at the competitive level, it's definitely gonna be common and it gives you that option. 4-2-3-1. Staple in the FIFA community. Not saying the 4-4-2 or the 4-4-1-1 aren't also staples or also common formations, but this has been a money formation in the last 4 or 5 years. And I still would recommend starting in the 4-2-3-1 in any FIFA installment, including FIFA 20. If you don't know where you stand, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, an advanced, competitive, pro, etc., you should be using the 4-2-3-1. It gives you 2 holding midfielders. It's going to stuff the middle of the pitch. It allows you to counterattack if necessary. It allows you to build up slowly if that's what you want to do with your gameplay. But I think what's most important is that you have a little more time to evaluate. What are you doing well? Where are you struggling? And I say this time and time again, but you have to be honest with your gameplay. Where are you naturally gifted? When you attack, you have free-flowing capabilities, pass and move, in, behind, skill moves, a little razzle, dazzle, all of that. Is that natural for you or not so much? Defensively, are you naturally going to be more aggressive, more passive, somewhere in between? Do you want a slower build-up approach, a faster build-up approach? This comes into play when we're looking at tactics. Because when you're setting up your instructions, you're setting up your tactics, you have to think what's going to allow you to be closest to the gameplay style you want to replicate. The 4-2-2. And it might have some similarities to 4-4-2, but at the end of the day, it often looks more like a 4-2-4, and you have 2 holding midfielders versus having a flat line in the midfield. So these guys are gonna sit on top of your defense. So it's gonna give you a little more of a defensive approach in terms of looking like a 6-4, and you lose some of that build-up play within the midfield, but you can counter very quickly, and you're trying to force as many uncomfortable matchups for your opponent, where you have maybe a 4-on-4, or you have a 4-on-5 and so forth, where somebody's chasing back, but you're able to get in behind, you're able to put additional pressure, able to make somebody uncomfortable. And of course, on the pressing side of things, this is a great comeback formation. You got bodies on bodies on bodies. Last but not least, and the guys that love the narrow formation, it's the only one on my countdown, the 4-1-2-1-2, ping pong, tiki-taka, quick build-up, lots of offense, 1-2s, triangles on triangles on triangles. Can you tell that I went to geometry class once in a while? I showed up. It wasn't my best mark that I had in school, but we all like the 4-1-2-1-2. Sometimes you're gonna struggle because you don't necessarily have the same width, so you have to be definitely gifted with your pressure play and gifted going forward. In this year's installment in particular, and you have a certain level of patience you're also going to need to have in your locker. And that's not really a surprise, whether you're striving to be just good at FIFA or a competitive player or that next level, trying to take your game up a notch. You're gonna have to have a certain level of picking and choosing your moments in this year's installment if you wanna have consistency and you wanna have success. Make sense? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which formation are you playing? What's worked best for you? But we'll have a lot more content coming out ASAP. And let me know, what else should I film while I'm at events? I'm bringing out more content this year every time that I'm getting together with the whole squad, the whole team. Peace.